Hey family, welcome to the Pew.
Welcome to the Pew. Bienvenido, mi gente.
Whoa, we want to thank you for tuning in to our first episode of the Pew. We're delighted to have you here with us today. This is our first show, Eddie.
First show, y'all, where we promise to give the people a voice.
And we're gonna keep it real, we're gonna keep it raw, but most of all, we're gonna keep it relevant.
That's right, y'all.
Relevant. The Pew is a place where faith is
completely unfiltered. And what you want to do, America, right now is get on your cell phones, get on your laptops, go to IG, Twitter, go to
Instagram,
MySpace.
Oh, you can have a MySpace.
I forgot my password, but no disrespect to Justin Timberlake. We want you to call everyone you know and tell them there's a banging brand new program on, and it's called The Pew.
Hey, Eddie, we have a great show. We have a great show lined up for you guys today. What are some of the unfiltered topics?
Wow, unfiltered topics, Crystal, that I'm so amped up today are about, we're going to be talking about President-elect Donald Trump's his Twitter feed, and the controversy with that. What about those rumors going around recently with news outlets that swarmed us about stories with Kanye West's emotional breakdown and the alleged curse of the Kardashian women?
Eddie, did you have to go there?
Yeah, we have to go there. Listen, folks, but not only there, we're going to be discussing parents and pornography.
That's really sticky to the church.
But it needs to be discussed, y'all. We also got an incredible Real and Raw segment with Grammy Award-winning gospel singer, pastor, and TV show star, Leandrea Johnson.
Wow, Eddie.
It's time.
It's that time, man.
It's that time.
It's time to get this party started.
Let's get it started, y'all.
Welcome
it's
to the
Pew. Let's go.
Hey, welcome back, family, to our first episode of The Pew.
The Pew, y'all.
Hey, I'm with my crazy co-host, Eddie Velez, better known as Mr. Humorous. We have Prince, who is Mr. No Holds Barred.
None.
No Holds Barred, trust me. Get ready. We have Miss Cakey, who's better known on the show as Mrs. Opinionated. Oh my. We have the one and only Heather. Heather is known as Miss Bold. Trust me, don't let her small frame fool you. She has a lot to say. And on this side of me, I have Mr. Micah. And Micah is known as our quiet storm. Micah has a personality of his own, but when he speaks, he definitely has something to say. Going into our first topic today, it's quite interesting, and the world is one of the most talked about subjects in the world right now. This is our first time in American history that we have a president and a world leader who used his social media to catapult himself into office.
Yeah.
He used his Twitter page and became the president.
Well, he just tweeted, Castro is dead with a couple exclamation points.
Wow.
I know, a few folks in, que viven, la gente que viven en Miami, y que viven en Cuba, there might be some people that are actually celebrating that, but it's like so controversial to say Castro is dead. Not only that, but a bunch of other topics that are full of, controversy and drama. Big Prince, man, flex up the biceps. What do you think about it?
Man, listen, I like the flex, but in reference to what he did, man, I personally feel like your Twitter page is your page. So, you have the liberty, the right to do whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to tweet it, if you want to block somebody, if you want to use it to reach out to your people, man, go right ahead.
Has he blocked someone?
Man, they's talking about he blocked a couple people, man.
Yeah.
I'm all for that, though.
I've never blocked anybody on Twitter.
I have.
I have.
You have?
You the spam accounts, the porn accounts?
I blocked some lady from Ukraine who said, "Me love man child, handsome man." And I wrote blocked.
Hey, Micah.
Yes, ma'am.
You have to block. I know you have to block a lot of people.
Once or
The
twice,
women.
yeah.
All this fineness.
The women.
I've had the same thing you had, Eddie, honestly. I don't think he was Ukrainian.
Right.
But
Czechoslovakia?
you just got to shut those down.
Czech Republic,
Shut them down
my
real
bad,
quick.
my bad.
But yeah, sometimes you have, think about it. He's a president-elect. He's been a businessman for decades.
Right.
And the internet's full of trolls. Think about how many people we would get, or that we do get, that we have to block, shut down, whatever. Now he's got 300 plus million people following every single thing that he does.
Yeah.
He is the president.
This is true.
I do agree that, it's your Twitter account and you can tweet whatever you want to tweet, but I also understand that when you become the president-elect of the United States. That's such a powerful seat. You know, it's like you can't operate the same way at your home as you do in your professional setting. And I think when you have that type of power, I think you should be obligated to make sure that you're not tweeting out things that might, you know, be too aggressive or too offensive, because now you're the president-elect of the United States of America.
So you're saying it's unpresidential?
I believe it's unpresidential, but I mean, Trump is unpresidential, in my opinion.
If you have
I think he's presidential because he won, didn't he?
well,
I mean, in that same scenario,
But that make you presidential.
that makes you president, but
Kiki,
not
you're
presidential.
talking about people in industries, businesses having to watch what they post to social media.
Yeah.
Because there's literally people that get fired.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
I mean, my mom's a teacher.
Right.
They have to watch, or she has to watch every single thing that she posts to her page, or things that I post and she shares from it.
Right.
Because if there's one bottle of alcohol, a bottle of beer,
Exactly.
in the background of a picture that's on her Facebook page.
Exactly.
Now
Right, but-
she's dealing with parents and stuff like that and everything. I mean,
Isn't that something that got him elected, though? His brashness, his harshness, his upfrontness
Right.
is what got him elected, right?
His anti or non-Washington kind of mindset.
Right. Not DC.
I mean, it's America, right? But we're so used to tradition. I feel like he got elected because he was non-traditional. He was brash. He was able to say what he wanted to say, and a lot of people that you may have thought would have voted for him because of that.
I think you have to realize that the social media atmosphere today is almost instant. And when you have millions of followers who you can tweet out something, you know, harmful or disrespectful about somebody too, and then they tweet it and they tweet it and they tweet it, we know that people have actually committed suicide because they've been bullied online.
True.
Yeah.
And so we have to also share that compassion that we have in our day-to-day lives. We have to take that over into our social media accounts. And I feel like when you're the president-elect of the United States, you also have to have that kind of compassion, because you don't know how your tweets or how the things that you're saying, you don't know how that's going to affect the general public.
Any public figure has a responsibility that extends outside of their own personal preferences
Right.
and desires.
Exactly.
Celebrities, smaller, local newscasts, anything.
Sure.
You have to think about what are the long-term results? What's going to happen? If I say this random thing that I think is funny, but you can't hear someone's tone of voice on the media,
But
so you might not.
could we be misinterpreting you saying Fidel Castro is dead? Ha 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 ha. Or is he saying Fidel Castro is dead?
I mean, we know Donald Trump.
Right.
We know Donald Trump.
You
This
know?
isn't a, Eddie,
Okay, my bad.
we know Donald Trump. This isn't a question of whether or not he appropriately uses language
Right.
towards people in life or
Okay.
on Twitter. This is his persona. This is what he does.
Right, yeah. You know what, listen, we can look at Twitter, guys, and we can go all through Twitter, and there's going to be drama heating up the Twitter pages, right?
Right.
We got more drama that we're going to be talking about when we come back from the break. The Kardashian curse. Does it really exist? Is it something they're talking about at the water cooler? And the men that are affected by the Kardashian curse. More on that, y'all, right after this.
You're wrong, you're wrong for that, Eddie.
Coming to NBC,
This is The Wall.
a new show that will keep you on the edge of your seat
All right, drop it.
from top to bottom. Get the answers right.
Which of these is faster? Speed of light, speed of sound.
The Wall adds life-changing money.
$12 million.
But get the answers wrong, The Wall takes it away. The Wall, coming soon to NBC.
And welcome back to the Pew. Incredible discussion before the break on President-elect Donald Trump and the drama that goes on in Twitter world. A little bit more drama in Twitter world that we want to discuss is the alleged curse of the Kardashians. It seems that all the guys involved with Kardashian women seem to just go down a bad road, man. Introducing our cast, who do we got that's going to help us out right now? We got Taylor. Taylor, what are you known for?
The peacemaking church boy, apparently.
Taylor, the peacemaking church.
Hello,
call me.
I'm right here.
I know.
Jaquetta, I'm the woman. I'm the life of the party. Where you going? How you gonna go all the way over there?
Well, Jaquetta, I
I'm
was
right
thinking
here.
this way, that way,
No,
this
no,
way,
no.
that way.
This just keep it right here. Let's keep it right here. The life of the party.
The life of the
and Can I
party.
just say, Kim Kardashian ain't nothing but the woman at the well.
Right. Ooh, wow, that's
She ain't
good.
nothing but the woman at the well.
My God.
no, you didn't.
That's pretty good.
But we could talk about it. Go ahead.
We will. Oh, we
Go
will.
ahead. Introduce everybody else.
Tiffany, what are you known for?
I am known as the outspoken single woman.
Ooh, boy. And my man, Jason.
Jason.
Hey, how y'all doing? I have 6 children, 1 boy and 5 girls, so I'm known as the family guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many
Jason
children?
been busy.
6.
All right.
Busy man.
I got a hot wife. What can you say?
Yes, we need to buy Jason a television set. So listen, man.
Touche.
You know, I was talking to my wife the other day. She talked about honey, the curse of the Kardashians. Like every man that gets involved with the Kardashians just kind of goes on this bad road.
Really?
What do you think, man?
Eddie, that's giving a lot of that's really giving a lot of power to women. If you can say that for someone to be married to a Kardashian, it puts a man in a position to go down a bad road.
Right.
We have a lot of power.
They got that juju on that beat.
I mean, I'm just saying, we have a lot
They
of
got
power.
something.
We
Yeah,
have,
they
we, have
do.
we have a lot of power. If we have that much influence on a man
Right.
to be able to lead him to either drugs, changing his gender. I mean,
Yeah, I was about
are
to
you
say.
blaming all that on the Kardashians?
I mean, you got a guy that, cut stuff off. Something's
Y'all wrong.
going on.
You're wrong, Jason.
He didn't want to
You're
be a
wrong for
man
that.
anymore.
Yeah.
You're talking about.
Well, I don't-
There's a reason he didn't want to be a man
talking about
anymore.
him.
Oh,
I don't know if he
Jason,
cut anything
come on.
off, all right? What I am saying is that, look, there is a pattern and it's undeniable.
Okay,
right?
can I just say this?
Yeah, please.
Because I mentioned that Kim Kardashian was the woman at the well, right?
Right.
So she was kind of known for being, if we want to take it back to the Bible, she was a wayward woman. She had been passed around in the
Right.
community.
You talking about Kim Kardashian
We're
or the
talking
woman
about
at the well?
We're talking about Kim Kardashian, aka the woman at the well.
The woman at the well.
But how you know?
So
she,
let's
how
talk
you know
about.
she haven't passed around?
Let's talk about Ray J. That's one. Let's talk about Chris.
There's the
Humphries.
Chris sex tape
That's
that
two.
was out there for
yes.
a while.
Let's talk about Reggie Bush.
Right.
Reggie Bush.
He's a good running back.
He was not anymore.
was a good
He was a good running
because they
back.
had that juju on that beat.
But the question is that passed around or walking?
Is that what?
Is that passed around or did she just walk around?
She did a little bit of both. She passed around, she walked around, she laid around.
Look, let
know.
me say something. When you have, being the father of 5 girls, right? When you have a situation where there is an enormous amount of self going on. I mean, if you're a guy and you're looking to date one of these girls, you're going in realizing that you're coming into a situation where a lot of it's about themselves.
Right.
And if you don't have a very strong sense of self, and you're coming into a relationship with these girls, not to mention the doggone stress and the pressure from being in the media so much, it would be very easy in that environment to lose yourself if you go in there not knowing strongly who you are.
But you're
Let me
talking about
follow
men
in
who are
on
already
that.
professional men. You're talking about a basketball player.
Wait, well,
you're
hold
talking
up.
about a football player.
Sense of self.
You're talking about
It's a different kind of
musician.
pressure, though. I mean, look, relationships are difficult enough outside of celebrity.
Jason, you key on something that's so important that we realize. People watching this stuff, you who are watching this go on with the Kardashians, this sense of self, what is it that we get out of this media? Is it really a projection of things going on in our lives at an absurd level?
Yes.
And
So
how do we
want to train
bring it back to like
Exactly.
the faith-based community? Stuff's going on in people's lives.
Right.
People are hurting. How do we become a community that sees this as not having to be projected out into the media and bashing and judging people at this national level? How do we bring it back to providing safe places for us to actually deal with the stuff?
Right.
People out there who are leading this community, how do we provide that safe place?
Yeah, I think we got to be careful,
Well,
though,
that
when you enter
sounds
into
so
these
sweet.
conversations. I mean, look, we can address this. The only thing that we know about these people is their celebrity. And when we're talking about these relationship issues, we're talking about from a perspective of what we know about them, which is their celebrity lives. But these are real people that have real lives that are pursuing real relationships.
No,
So
they're not.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think any of the Kardashian women actually want an authentic relationship with a man?
If you're married to somebody for 72 days, do you really think you want an authentic relationship?
I think it's
Jason,
a
Jason.
dangerous thing to say that these women don't desire, nor do they deserve to have a
I didn't
true.
say deserve.
Okay,
Oh, no,
I'll take that
I didn't
back.
say
But
that.
There's people not on camera who are dealing with the same kind of drama in their life, and they look at this and they watch this because it allows them to relate to something.
no way that
and
there are
in
everyday
reality,
people watching that.
it brings about something, wounds that people are dealing with in their own lives.
Okay,
No.
Taylor.
Let Tiffany jump in.
Taylor, but
I
there's
agree
one
with
thing.
Taylor to a certain degree, but how many of you men find the Kardashian women attractive?
I don't.
I don't,
I don't
have any
actually.
comment.
No, yeah,
So
yeah.
you don't find Kim Kardashian attractive?
She a little bit attractive.
I don't. Listen, I'm not saying she's not attractive. What I'm saying is she's not my taste.
Y'all stop. Y'all
She's not
married
your
men.
The
natural
Y'all-
beauty
y'all
of my
stop.
significant
y'all married
other
Men. Y'all
won't
know those
say
women.
otherwise.
They fabulous. And why y'all hating? Why y'all hating?
I'm not. No. I'm not hating. All right. And the Kardashian women are beautiful. I think their dad may have died when at a young age or something. But
Yeah.
all I'm saying is, look, man. I know it's reality TV. I know it makes for good TV. But the reality of it is that every dude who gets involved with one of these sisters
They're not sisters.
Well, at the end of the day.
Sisters. I thought you meant sisters.
They're sisters like with the sisters at the well.
I'm just glad she asked us if we thought Caitlyn was attractive, because I would not have answered that question.
No, but at the end of the day, Eddie, a man has to take responsibility for himself because, first of all, a man is a man. So as a woman,
I don't know why you're getting mad at me. I'm just asking.
I'm just answering you.
Yeah.
I'm just simply saying to you, a man should be a man, and regardless of the woman. Now, the Bible does say that the woman sanctifies the husband, so we could take it one of two ways, but at the same time,
they're messing up on their
But
sanctification.
the word also says that the man should approach the woman as though, and I'm not saying less than, but the weaker vessel, and acknowledge that there's a
More
covering.
fragile vessel.
There's a covering that needs to take place. And my thing is, going back to what I said, if a man enters into a relationship with one of these women and he's not strong enough in himself, he doesn't have a strong identity.
That's the point, Jason.
Right.
So is it the Kardashians' problem or fault that these men have these issues because they're confident women?
Because, what are the choices the men are making before they cross that line and make that decision to come into such a volatile situation, into a family that is known for drama? Why be drawn in the first place? What is inside those men that draws them towards the women in that family?
Want the fame. They want the
And
celebrity.
are they thinking about the women
No, that's a
and
good
their
one.
needs?
Fame.
Are
They
they thinking
want
about
the
that
celebrity.
covering, or are they thinking about their own selfish needs?
They want the fame.
Their
They
own
want the
selfish
celebrity.
needs.
You
Their
bring
own
up a
selfish
very
needs.
good point, because if these guys are coming into these relationships for reasons that are not altruistic, they're wanting that fame, they're wanting that celebrity, the relationship is already set up to fail. So if their career or whatever goes south, like the poor man can't play football anymore, he kind of did that to himself,
Or basketball,
right?
Lamar.
Hey guys,
We can go on forever.
We always
And-
do it to
and-
ourselves.
all right.
I will not put my
Hey.
responsibility on someone else. I take 100% responsibility because I don't want to give it to someone else. I will not let anyone else.
Taylor,
go on forever.
in the words of Nelly, it's getting hot up in here.
Yeah.
But whatever y'all do, keep your clothes on.
All right.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Coming to NBC,
This is The Wall.
a new show that will keep you on the edge of your seat
All right, drop it.
from top to bottom. Get the answers right.
Which of these is faster? Speed of light, speed of sound.
The Wall adds life-changing money.
$12 million.
But get the answers wrong, The Wall takes it away. The Wall, coming soon to NBC.
Hey, family, welcome back to the Pew. I'm super excited today. Oh my God, I have one of the kingdom's greatest gospel artists in my choice. And I mean,
When you talk about radical faith,
I'm just saying.
this woman right here has it.
I'm saying.
We're going to introduce you to
The one and only Leandrea Johnson. Welcome to the show.
How you doing?
Oh God, it's so good to have you. How you feel?
I'm good. I'm excited to be a part of the Pew.
The Pew.
Yeah.
Let's jump right in, though. Let's talk about some things here, because I know we're girlfriends. We're talking about some
Yes.
things, but one of the things we cannot deny is that you just had a death in the family.
Yes.
You want to talk about that? What happened?
I lost my brother. I'm the oldest, so the oldest brother lost him to a car accident, and on the 12th, and it was it was unexpected, of course, but. We're not twins, but we were twins, so to speak. So we're very close. Our family is very close, close-knit, and he is the first death, the immediate death in our family. So
It's all right.
It's all good.
Come on. We got
Still new?
We got you. How
Girls
did it
Club.
happen?
Girls Club. Hey.
his car stalled, and he was trying to make it across the street. I'm sorry.
Nah.
It's okay. Just take your time.
It's real.
You know, she ran over my brother.
Wow.
She dropped my brother for at least a mile. And I don't think, a lot of people say it was his time to go. I don't believe that.
Wow.
God is not a murderer.
Wow.
He has the power of life and death, but he's not a murderer, it wasn't his time to go, you know?
So
But
Lee, his
she
car
didn't-
stalled, and when his car stalled, he got out of the car.
He was just trying to get home.
He was trying to run across the street, and a lady hit him, and she
then she
drug
drug
him
him.
for a mile.
Yeah. Not knowing that she.
Jesus.
But then you did say he lived for
He was
a
30.
period of time, from four
From
to.
4 to 6. The doctor only said he had 10% chance to live, so I think, you know, he had trauma to the head and everything, you know. But I just, you know, I miss my brother.
Of course you do. Of course. There are no words in moments like this. There are no words to describe your grief. Guys, this is only part one of our interview with Leandrea. As you can see, it's a very sensitive time. Stay tuned for the rest of the show.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Coming to NBC,
This is The Wall.
a new show that will keep you on the edge of your seat
All right, drop it.
from top to bottom. Get the answers right.
Which of these is faster? Speed of light, speed of sound.
The Wall adds life-changing money.
$12 million.
But get the answers wrong, The Wall takes it away. The Wall, coming soon to NBC.
We're going to introduce a new segment in our program called My Rant. This is where you kind of get the voice and those things that vex you the most. And today, our first rant is going to come from my brother, Jason.
All right, Eddie.
What's your rant, man?
You know, I tell you, there's something that I'm completely fed up with. And today was a sentencing phase of a story that got national attention with the Ross Harris trial. And today he was sentenced to life plus 32 years without chance of parole for leaving his child in the car to die in a hot car because he had been wrapped up in a life of pornography.
Yeah.
And it had completely taken him over to the point to where he made a decision to end his child's life. And as a father, I am completely and totally fed up with the fact that this pornography has had its chance to infiltrate our homes through social media, through computers. There was actually a company a few years ago that was found guilty because they took the word Walt Disney and they figured out which letter in that word a child was most apt to misspell. And they used that as the website address of a pornography site. That once the children got into the pornography site, they were able to get mouse strapped in, which means they keep throwing more and more stuff to where the child can't get out of the porn site. And what I've realized as a father is that the pornography industry has put their crosshairs on my children. Now, the National Defense Coalition for the Defense of Children and Families has reported that 47% of families in America have pornography issues. And there's a 300% increase in infidelity in the marriages of men and women that are involved in pornography. 67% of marriages end in divorce that have pornography issues. And at this point, I am so fed up. I'll never forget the day that I was sitting in the living room with my son, and I came walking in, and I caught my son on a porn site. He was 12 years old. Oh. And this began a dialogue with my son that even today continues because now I'm walking in accountability with him because a door's been open in my son's life that it should never been open. You know, when I was his age, when I was a kid, I got wrapped up in porn. But, you know, back then, you know, you had some friend that had a skin mag or you went to your buddy's house who dad had the Playboy magazines on the back of the toilet or under the mattress.
Right.
And that, you know, but it was hard to get to, you know. But nowadays, it's not only easy to get to, but they're hunting us down. And I don't know if you guys realize this, but back in October, there was a national sting that broke up a sex trafficking ring. And 82 girls were rescued as sex trafficking, and 329 men around the country were arrested for child pornography. So not only is this issue attacking our marriages and our homes, but it's after our children, and not just to influence them, but to drag them into this industry, and I'm fed up with it, and I'm tired, and it's got to stop. And I'll tell you even more so, I'm tired of the Christian church being silent and running from the issue instead of educating our kids and addressing it from the pulpit and addressing it from our programs and being the people who are leading the dialogue with this epidemic that's attacking our families.
Can I just say this, though? Wait a minute. But I agree with what you're saying, but I also believe it didn't just come out of nowhere. There's perhaps a small population that may agree with me, because I will say, when I was interested in having an intimate relationship with somebody, I was of age, but I also knew I knew nothing about sex. And I had to have some kind of form of being able to understand how to do it. I wasn't going to ask my single mother.
Why not?
I couldn't, because we didn't talk about that.
But actually, that's
We should.
But be that as it may, we did not talk about that.
I'd like to get
since we did not talk about that, I used that as a way to learn.
Many people
use
do.
pornography.
Many people do.
I looked at as an educational tool to figure out how to do it.
Did you follow the music? Was the music going?
It was it was more like bound. Hey, my name is
I really
John.
do feel like
Hey,
each
my name
person
is
has a
Jay.
decision.
Let's let Taylor jump in.
Everyone, I really believe adults need to make their own decision about this, but at age 8, I was that kid. And I got wrapped into those websites again and again, and it really actually impacted and destroyed my life for a long time. To where in middle school, it was extremely destructive, through high school, through college, and I've had a marriage end over it. I have two boys, a 5-year-old and a 4-year-old, and until recently,
end over it?
you know, I thought that I could just enjoy it personally, and I realized not so much a moral issue, but a mental and emotional health issue.
No, but
what
it is
happened for me,
but it is a moral issue.
But for me, how I take it personally, I realized that it was really messing with my mind. And now I have an affirmation I read every morning. I no longer watch pornography. I only fill my mind with positive, empowering content, because personally, that's how I'm able to love the person who's in my life. And I'm
let me
love
defer
my
to
kids.
Tiffany. Let me get Tiffany involved.
And I was going to just piggyback off of what you said. I think even with women and men who are practicing celibacy, they think that turning to pornography or masturbation is actually a way to overcome certain desires that they have, and it's actually tying them up into this lustful
It does
demonic
not
spirit,
satisfy.
and
Absolutely.
it's self-destructing.
It
And
does
people
not
don't,
satisfy.
we take it so lightly, and like you say, even in the church, like we don't talk about it, but
Right.
that's a nasty spirit that you really have to get delivered from.
Yeah,
It's
there
not
is a-
something
What are you
that'll just
supposed to
go
do?
away.
It's your body. You can't touch it.
It-
You can't be
Well,
comfortable
I've
with
actually
it.
heard that it's better to actually have sexual intercourse with the human than actually masturbate, because what you're doing is you're giving yourself to demons.
Because
Well,
sexuality.
I don't agree with that.
me
Now, I will tell
neither.
you
You don't
this
have
one
to
thing. I don't,
agree,
no,
but
I
it's
don't.
true.
Because here's the thing. If I hadn't touched myself in the shower touching my breasts, I wouldn't have found my breast cancer. There's no way in the world I would have found it.
That's right.
And I found it. But I touched myself.
But were you
But
doing
that's
it?
not-
Were
but
you
that's
doing
not
an
masturbation.
Were you doing an examination, or were you doing an examination?
I wasn't doing anything.
I'll agree.
Real talk.
Now you see why we call this
Church
my rant. My rant, because it started off as Jason's rant. Now the pronoun changed to our rant.
Right.
And if you want to submit a rant, listen, you can log on to
ThePewTV.com.
pewtv.com, and you can submit your rant, and we're going to bring you back right after this, another segment called Good Vibes. You're not going to want to miss it. Come on back to the Pew.
Stay tuned. Woo! Welcome back, family. I'm super excited. We've come to my favorite segment of the show. It's called #GoodVibes. Hey, listen, if you have a good vibe you want to shoot our way, go to thepewtv.com, send us your vibe, and Eddie will have something crazy to say about it. Jaquetta will have something funny to say about it. It's an awesome time in the show. Today's special, today's Good Vibe will be brought to you by none other than Mr. Bible himself. Taylor, go for it.
Thank you, Crystal. You know, when are we as a humanity going to move past looking at our differences? I'm inviting you right now to join us as a cast as we see, despite race, religion, sexual orientation, background, social background, can we, like Jesus, look at others and see the Christ within? You know, when he was with the woman in the well, he didn't see a prostitute, he saw a beautiful woman. The tax collector, he saw a generous man. Can we see the potential in all humanity and come together and find a place of peace and love? Thanks.
Man, Taylor, that really hit home. Well, y'all, we've got to go now, but I want you to remember that the party is just getting started.
For faith, unfiltered talk, and lots of laughter.
And to see some pretty ladies.
And a few guys that don't look so bad, too.
Put us on your weekly schedule.
Because there's nothing like this on TV.
And we want to thank each and every one of you for sitting with all of us on The Pew!